Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Today I am going to discuss the topic Mudarabah. Last time we have discussed the deposit side and the fund utilization, and we also discussed a little bit about the pool management, that how Islamic banks utilize their deposits. The pool management and profit and loss distribution we will discuss after this topic. So today I'm going to discuss Mudarabah because this is the main contract, Mudarabah, upon which the deposits of Islamic banking side depends upon. So these are the main points we will cover in this lecture. Mudarabah definition, types of Mudarabah. There are some important features of Mudarabah. Nature of Mudarabah Capital, mixing of capital by Mudarib in Mudarabah Capital, distribution of profit and loss, what is two-tier Mudarabah model, profit distribution, TTMM, what is TTMM, we will discuss, termination of Mudarabah and running Mudarabah. As far as we are concerned about the Mudarabah definition, as you know that Mudarabah, it is basically Arabic word and it is rooted from Dharabah, Dod, Ray and Bay. Dharabah. Dharaba alal ard. Dharaba fil ard. Dharaba fil ard mean that someone traveled in earth. Someone walked. So Dharaba mean that someone walk because in Mudarba, the investor, the manager, the person who managed the business because he frequently traveled various places for the purpose of business. So that is why this contract is called Mudarabah. So Daraba fil ard, it is translated that someone traveled. So it conveys the meaning of traveling. So that is why it is also called Mudarabah because Mudarib, the person who managed the business, he frequently travel from here to there. This is a kind of also partnership, but it is different from usual partnership about that is known as shirka, but it is not shirka actually. It is Mudarabah. In this, one party provides investment and other party provides skills, experience, and time and services. The person who provide capital is known as investor, Rabb-ul-Maal. Rabb-ul-Maal का मतलब होता है माल का मालिक. तो ये रब्बुल-माल कहलाएगा जो पैसा देगा. And the other person who will provide services, skills, time, management, that party will be called Mudarib, working partner. The profit generated will be shared between Rabbul Mal and Mudarib as per their agreed profit ratio. Here Sharia does not give any ratio. It is totally discretion of the parties that what percentage they determine for them in the Mudarabah contract. It can be 30, 70, 40, 60, 50, 50, 80, 20, 90, 20, whatever they want to determine, they can determine. However, it depends upon the market. What is the practice of the market regarding a business they are going to enter into the Mudarabah contract? So it depends upon total practice of the market. So There are two parties. One person who is providing capital, known as Rabb-ul-Maal. Other partner who will manage the business, who will invest, who will make investment decisions, is known as Mudarib. If there will be profit, profit will be shared between them. Regarding the loss, Mudarabah contract says that financial loss will be borne by a Rabbul Mal, investor, who is the owner of the capital. Financial loss will be borne by Rabbul Mal. But what will be the loss of Mudarib? The question is raised here. That mean the Mudarib face time loss, skills loss, because he worked for business for 1 month and the business faced loss, then he will get nothing, because he could have earned profit in case of profit, but now it is loss, so there is a no profit. That is why Mudarib will remain empty handed at the end of the financial period where business faced a loss. So that is why no can say that Mudarib is not bearing loss. Mudarib is bearing loss, but it is not financial loss in terms of that he's lost some finance. No, it is his skills, time, and management loss. Actually, this is the loss of Mudarib. So there are two types of Mudarib. Al-Mudarabah al-Muqayyada. It is translated in English, restricted Mudarabah. Al-Muqayyada, कैद, कैद से ये लफ्ज निकला हुआ है जिसे हम कहते हैं मुकय्यद कर देना. मुदारबा अल मुकय्यदा, आपने किसी के ऊपर कोई कैद लगा दी, कोई शर्त लगा दी, कोई कंडीशन लगा दी, तो हम कहते हैं कि भाई इसके ऊपर ये कैद लगा दी गई, अब ये इस बात से बाहर नहीं जा सकता, तो उससे लफ्ज फिर अरबी में आता है मुकय्यद कर देना. तो ऐसा मुदारबा जिसके अंदर किसी किस्म की कोई कैद लगा दी गई हो, कोई हद बंदी, लिमिटेशन लगा दी गई हो, उसे कहते हैं अल मुदारबा अल मुकय्यदा. The mudarba that is restricted, that is limited with a condition or limitation or restriction, that is known as a restricted mudarba. The second one is al mudaraba al mutlaka. It is unrestricted mudarba. You can say that it is open mudarba. There is no restriction in mudarba contract. Let's see what is al mudaraba al muqayyada. That Rabb-ul-Maal, investor who is providing capital, that party may specify a particular business or a particular place for the Mudarib, in which case he shall invest the money in that particular business or place. Now look at that the Rabb-ul-Maal is restricting Mudarib that he will do business in specific area or in specific business, specific product. So Rabb-ul-Maal is putting some restriction upon Mudarib, who will run the business, Mudarib. That is why this Mudarba will be considered restricted Mudarba. उसने कह दिया कि भाई आपने सिर्फ कराची में बिजनेस करना है, तो अब मुदारिब इस बात पर मजबूर है कि that he will run business in Karachi because Rabb-ul-Maal has restricted him that he will only do the business in Karachi or Islamabad or in Lahore, wherever he put the restriction. This will be, or he may say that this amount into textiles or into shoe business or into vegetable or into etc. He specify the business, then this will be called al-mudaraba al-muqayyada or restricted mudaraba. Then al-mudaraba al-mutlaka, that Rabb-ul-Maal gives full freedom to Mudarib to undertake whatever business he deems fit. That whatever the business he want to, then he can do it. It is his decision. However, he is not authorized to. Though we say that this is Mudarabah al-Mutlaka or it is open Mudarabah, but still there are some prerequisite conditions. You can say that there are built in some limitation upon Mudarib. He is not allowed to do that. And what is it? Number one, keep an other Mudarib or a partner without the consent of Rabb-ul-Maal. That, for example, that Mudarib, Rabb-ul-Maal gave some money to Mr. A that he will invest in a business on Mudarabah basis, then Mr. A, rather that Mr. A run the business by himself, he again enter a contract with Mr. C and he pass on the same Mudarabah amount capital to Mr. C and asks him to run the business. So it is not allowed for Mudarib to enter an other Mudarabah contract without the consent of Rabb-ul-Maal. Yes, if Rabb-ul-Maal allow him, then he can do it. But without his permission, he cannot do it. यानी वो दूसरा मुदारबा किसी के साथ नहीं कर सकता. मिसाल के तौर पर मैं पैसे दूं सलमान को कि तुम ये बिजनेस करो, सलमान आगे पैसे दे दे बिलाल को कि तुम ये बिजनेस करो, तो कहते हैं कि सलमान इज नॉट अलाउड टू एंटर इन ए मुदारबा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद बिलाल विदाउट द कंसेंट ऑफ मिस्टर अबू बकर. तो हाँ, अगर मैं सलमान दूं कि मैं तुम्हें इजाज़त देता हूं कि तुम अगर किसी को और को मुदारबा पर रखना चाहो तो तुम कर सकते हो, तो फिर है. अदरवाइज ये इजाज़त नहीं होगी. The B, he is not authorized to mix his own investment in the particular mudaraba without the consent of Rabbul Mal. Same as that if I give some amount to Mr. Salman that he will do the business on mudaraba mutlaka basis, and Mr. Salman see he feels that this business is very good business, so he intends to invest his own money in that business, that the Sharia says that Mr. Salman is not allowed to do that without the consent of Mr. Abu Bakr, who is the Rabbul Mal. If he allows, then he can include his money in that business. So these are the two restrictions upon Mudarib, that he has no freedom in these 2 points without the consent of Rabbul Mal or the capital provider. But still, it is Mudarabah Mutlaka, it is open Mudarabah, because regarding the business, he want to make decisions, he is fully authorized what he want to do. Okay, now some important features of Mudarabah. So this is third point, next slide. So permissibility of Mudarabah conclusion on the basis of MOU or a general framework. So MOU means Memorandum of Understanding.